Hello, love. Welcome to your Soul Support Sunday messages. These are messages for the highest and the greatest good of the Elsh Collective, empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message has found you and you have found it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. If you are returning, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, being a part of this community, this family, as we kind of roll into the new calendar year, okay? So much love and blessings to each and every one of you. I'm going to get right into it. I don't think this reading is going to be very long. I'm getting the impression that this is going to be kind of short and sweet. The crow spirit coming in again, making an appearance again. I'm working with this Black Obsidian crow coming into this reading, and this piece of Charoite, this beautiful piece of Charoite. This is a crystal of transformation, of going deeper. I often connect this crystal very much to 7 energies, if that resonates for you, okay? And the crow spirit, along with this Charoite, wanting us to see transformation as a blessing, and specifically 2024, going into the new year, the new calendar year, with these energies of revelation and transformation as kind of guideposts, as themes for 2024, energies to focus on as we move into this new calendar year, specifically is what I wrote here. And Trickster meets the trickster of enlightenment and insight, okay? We're going to get into that too. That's why the crow spirit is coming in for this message, along with this transformation around the trickster energies, and specifically the kind of trickster energies that we've been kind of indoctrinated and programmed to believe, right? And going deeper as to what they mean. Because everything is on a spectrum, okay? So you can kind of look at it like this, and you can kind of also look at it like this, depending on how you want to look at it. You can also sort of look at it like this, okay? As all of this being on a spectrum, okay? This is a whole other message that warrants a whole other video that I don't think will be either a Feeling Fridays or a Soul Support message. It's going to be kind of like a one-off, right? Because a lot of this has to do with our own understanding and perception of reality, and the perspectives of reality that we have, and how we define things, and the double-edged sword, the 2 sides of every coin, the fact that we are here in a dualistic plane coming back to unity, okay? And understanding that it's through this exploration of spectrum that we come back to truth. Love and truth, essentially. To make it really, really as simple as I possibly can, okay? Love in its truest sense, and truth in its truest sense. Because what the crow spirit wants to bring to our attention is that the truth has been skewed in many different ways. We also see only one dimension of the truth, right? When there's a whole other level of truth underneath that perhaps we're not seeing. What the crow spirit is showing to me is that this is kind of like an iceberg, right? And how you can only see that top part and you have no idea what's going on beneath the surface, okay? This is also kind of another nod to yin yang as well. We've talked about that before, okay? I will link that video. I can't remember the title of it because that's what happens. I do these videos and then, you know, the messages come through and then it's kind of like, anyway. So I'm not going to be popping any tarot today, but I'm going to be asking for guidance around this through the Chakra Insight Oracle. I've just started working with this deck, and the Starcodes Astro Oracle. because a lot of this is archetypal energy that we're working with when we're talking about the trickster that we've kind of been programmed and indoctrinated to understand in a very one-dimensional way, meeting the trickster of illumination and the trickster of insight, okay? And on that note, I'm going to start with the Chakra Insight Oracle, because so much of this is an energy of, we have been dealing with a lot of, I want the crow spirit to speak, to give me actual words here. Okay, so he's showing me a distorted trickster energy, and he's showing me the masks of drama and comedy, okay? And how these trickster kind of energies, oh, this is interesting, okay. He's showing how they've been really distorted. You could even use the word manipulated here, right? Crafted in a way through the stories that we have heard growing up that only give us a very one-dimensional version of what it means to be a trickster. And he's showing me like the energy of someone who doesn't want to be tricked, okay? But being tricked is a very distorted, very one-dimensional version of trickster energy. And he's showing me this energy of how can we better understand the trickster of enlightenment meeting the distorted trickster, essentially, is what he's showing me. And he's talking a lot here about how in comedy, like he's showing me George Carlin, like he's showing me the energies of George Carlin or even Russell Brand, okay? People who have a way of, through their own comedy, through their own, they are exposing truths through comedy. They're exposing it in a way that actually gets us to think. And simultaneously lightening the load, raising our energy and our frequency. Going from the tragic, these masks, right, of tragedy and comedy, going from the tragic to the comic, right? Okay, that's it. The reading's done. Insight. Yeah, bringing insight to the dimensional aspects. My God, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's so like the multidimensional aspects of the trickster and what it means. This is the number 42. That reduces to a 6. That's the energy of balance. I'm going to read here. Understanding, awakening, awareness, self-evaluation. All right, so starting with self-evaluation, where perhaps are you already coming in with preconceived notions of what trickster energy is? How can you more deeply understand it? How can you come from a level of awareness? How can you meet the energy of the trickster with a enlightened, insightful trickster energy? I want me to pop one more card here. This goes right back to this energy of the Charoite, okay? Just holding that crystal up here. Transforming, transmuting, and the energy of the crow coming through here as well with this black and this purple, okay? These black and purple rays. I mean, could you even say that black is a ray? Just like white, is white a ray? They're just, ooh, because they kind of contain all the energies, right? Oh man, yeah. Yeah, for my nose to be itching like that, that's a big thing. I don't know if that's what starts happening when we start getting into this, okay? My beak starts itching. Oh, okay. All right. Ooh, okay, so here we go. The crow spirit giving the analogy here of pleasure. Like, this is another thing that we have been indoctrinated to think is bad. There are distortions of pleasure in the collective being perpetuated at the moment, right? Seeing pleasure as pleasure being sexualized, okay? This is 10. This is number 10. That's interesting because that relates directly to the Wheel of Fortune, right? And a kind of cycle ending and another one beginning again. This is also the energy of karma, right? This is the energy here. What they've got on the card here is enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. Okay, these are all things that have been vilified, right? But pleasure is very much connected to many spiritual paths that are associated with the divine feminine and the divine feminine practices, okay? More tantric paths, and the crow spirit is also emphasizing that's another thing that's been distorted. We see tantra and tantric practices as being very sexualized overall, and while that is an aspect of tantra and tantric yoga and practices, that's not what it's all about. It comes back to this energy again of your life and every aspect of it, including pleasure, being connected to spiritual growth and evolution and expansion and enlightenment. All right? And we've got faith at the bottom of the deck. How beautiful is that? Coming back to this purple ray energy again. This is the number 48. 48 reduces to a 12, as the energy of the Hanged Man is what the crow spirit is showing me, and seeing things from a different perspective. Hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Okay? That's coming off of this energy of, for example, your entire life, every aspect of it being spiritual, being part of your spiritual journey. All right? There's no compartmentalization in any of this. And because of that, you have to explore everything too, including all the things that are seemingly distorted. All right? Asking now through the Starcodes, Astro, Oracle. Okay? Revelation and transformation. Crow spirit bringing me back to that. Revelation and transformation. Okay, and he also wants to acknowledge that some of us, okay, wanting to acknowledge that some of us at this point may be really having a difficult time grappling this. That's okay. Also saying that, you know what, this is also not everybody's path. Right? It's not everybody's path, for example, to be a tantrika. It's not that. It's not everybody's path. But there is so much available. There's so much. He's showing me like, okay, so he's showing me the energy of the depths of the underworld, the depths of the psyche. That's what it's synonymous for. The riches that are there. Pluto, the energies of Pluto. All right. There's a huge shift taking place in January with Pluto astrologically, right? Moving into Aquarius. Okay. There's a huge shift going on with that as well. So this is part of the revelation. This is part of the energies that are happening this year as we move into the calendar year of 2024. They're going to reveal deeper truths to us. We, of course, have to be open to receiving that of our own free will. Okay, but this is that energy of going deeper, acknowledging that when you explore and you see things from a more multi-dimensional perspective, you are opening yourself to deeper awareness and deeper understanding. That's why the 7 energy is really coming in. It's interesting because, I mean, we're coming out of a 7 year and we're going into an 8 year numerologically, right? So there's something to that as well. There's something reverberating through that too, okay? These cards keep on popping on the floor today. Ooh, love this. Trine sextile. This is the energy of symbiosis. It's a 52. There's the 7 coming through. This is the energy of bringing all of these things together in harmony, into unity, okay? Coming back to this energy of unity. And we've got the 8th house of mystery at the bottom of the deck. That's Scorpio energy. That's Pluto energy, okay? 46, that reduces to a 10. That is also echoing and reflecting this pleasure card. This Wheel of Fortune. There's something here. I'm going to keep on popping, but I want to pull this card out. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. There's something here with regard to a lot of awakening. You know, this ongoing awakening. Revelations, revealing the power of our words as well. Okay. And as I pulled off that 8th house, we have the 6th house come up as well. Sustainability. This is going to reverberate with that 44 master builder number coming through. This is something that's going to reverberate moving forward as we move into this new calendar year. Okay. There's a reverberation of these energies, the synergy and the symbiosis of these energies moving forward. All right, being on that path of being able to create symbiosis. It's not about divide anymore, right? It never really was. It never was. Whoa! Ah! Okay. Strength, dignified, coming out at the bottom of the deck. 13, that is a nod again to the 8th house. The Death card in tarot. We've got Arrival. This is a nod to the arrival of new souls and awakening souls here on Mama Gaia. This is an energy of, I'm hearing light consciousness, an energy of action too coming in as well. This is the 1st house. Remember that the 1st house in your natal chart in astrology is the house that is sitting on the eastern horizon at the time of your birth, right? That's your ascendant. So it's the portal through which we come into this incarnation. Virgo, digest. There's going to be a lot to digest. That's also echoing the 6th house energies of sustainability. It's going to be ongoing, right? Throughout the year. It's a process. Look at that. Opposition, confrontation, 55 or 53, I should say. That's another 8 coming through with the 44 that was in sustainability. So what we're going to be seeing essentially as we begin to move forward into these energies, it's going to also be easier for us to be able to integrate this symbiosis into our physical reality. And I'm getting the feeling that it's going to be happening a lot more quickly than before. This dignified strength, this dignified energy is each and every one of us rooted to our truth and understanding of our own spirituality, rooted to Mama Gaia, anchored into source energy, okay? And grounding these energies, because we've got this Virgo coming out here, and I'm really digesting these energies is about grounding them and bringing them into balance. With this 6 coming through, that's also a nod to Venusian energies as well. This is connected to Pleiadian energies. All of these energies are really working with us at this time to help bring this balance and to help see things from the perspective of love and truth, beyond duality, back into unity consciousness. But in order to do that, we need to confront these dualistic energies, right? And I love how the symbol for opposition are these 2 circles with a line in between them. And it's just sort of echoing, bringing this together somehow in this image, right? With these 2 circles here and this going deeper, this energy of going deeper for a deeper understanding of that. again, that trickster energy, meeting the trickster energy of insight, okay? This is obviously a bigger message that we will continue to explore moving forward, okay? It can't be covered in one video message. There's just a lot coming through. We gotta digest it, right? Okay? Yeah, and for some reason I also feel, I don't know, there's something with the Virgo, something maybe possibly going on with Virgo, the energies of the earth. Maybe with the full moon in Virgo that we're going to have at the beginning of the year. Something seems to be coming through with that. That could be something to explore moving forward as well, just as a side note here. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you to the Crow Spirit. Thank you to Spirit for bringing through these energies. I thank you for being here with me. All the best to each and every one of you going into this new calendar year of 2024. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation, always.